Hello everyone. In today's lesson I am going to discuss the chemical properties of matter. A chemical property describes the ability of a substance to react with another substance and form one or more substances. During a chemical reaction, the identity of that substance changes. For example, when iron reacts with oxygen in presence of water, it forms rust. Is the chemical property of iron. Few of the chemical properties are reactivity, how a substance reacts with another substance. Combustibility means the ability of an element to burn in air is a chemical property refers to combustibility. Stability of a substance means how easily the substance decomposes or breaks down. Toxicity means it means that exposure to a substance how much can harm animals or plants. Let's take first reactivities. Means reaction between substances to synthesize new chemical or products. Let us understand it with some examples. First take the example of reactivity with water. Calcium carbide react with water to yield acetylene gas and calcium hydroxide. The acetylene gas is combustible, which makes it useful for generating light. Means when it reacts with air, it burns. Many cavers or miners use this acetylene gas as a light source when they go underground. Next, reactivity with oxygen. When aluminium reacts with oxygen, it forms aluminium oxide. That causes a layer of aluminium oxide to form on the surface of aluminium. You can see that many plants have their outer surface made of aluminium. Why? Because when aluminium reacts with oxygen, it forms aluminium oxide at the surface, which protects this metal from the weathering effect, which keeps it object when it exposed to the weather. It prevents it from corroding. Reactivity with acids. Baking soda or sodium carbonate is a compound that reacts with acid to create CO2, carbon dioxide. You see, when you make a cake, you add baking soda into it. Why? So that when the soda react with the when the batter react with the baking soda or the acid, it forms CO2, which help to rise the dough. Now, what is combustibility? The ability of an element to burn in air is a chemical property. Okay, the first one we discussed is reactivity. Now, combustibility. So, when an element comes in contact with the air, it burns. That property is called combustibility. You see, in hot air balloon, we use propane gas since it is highly combustible. Means when it comes in contact with air, it burns. So, when the propane gas burns in this hot air balloon, it heats the air inside it, and the particles start spreading. So, the air inside the balloon becomes less dense than the air which is outside, which is in the surrounding. And as I told in my previous video that less dense float on the liquid which are more denser than it. So it pushes the balloon up. So how this hot air balloon work? Stability is another chemical property which refers to how easily the substance decomposes or breaks down. Means the more stable a substance is, the longer it will take to break down. For a chemical to be useful, it must be enough stable to exist long enough to carry out its required function. Next is toxicity, the other chemical property. It refers to the harm that exposure to a substance can cause to animal and plant. Almost all chemicals are harmful, so it is very important to know how toxic a chemical is. For example, everyone knows that oxygen is necessary to breathe, but too much of it will kill you. So it is very important to know how much you need and in how much proportion. So in this lesson, I discussed some of the chemical properties of matter. That's all for today's. I will come with some new science video, interesting science videos and shorts. Please watch my channel regularly.